Hello and welcome to Classy Handmade. My name is Shonda, as you all know, because you all watch me and you say hi and you comment and so on. So welcome. So today is Sunday the 16th of July, guys. I live in Peoria, Arizona, and it is 116 degrees today. So it's very hot. We've been having some very hot days. And so thank you for joining me. I'm inside and just having a quiet day today, Sunday. And I would like to show you some things that I've worked on. So what am I wearing? I'm wearing my DIY creation note. I think this is the note earrings. And I got these in two pairs of earrings. I got it in the red and I got it in the blue. So I'm wearing the red today. These earrings are very lightweight. You don't feel like you have on anything on your ears. So I will leave DIY creation in the description box below. So if you are interested in some of these earrings, you can go over and support her. I wore the blue one also on my vacation, so I'll insert some pictures for you to see. So what am I working on and what I've finished? So in the past, it's been 2 weeks since I got back from my vacation, and I want to talk a little bit about the vacation. So we traveled from Arizona and we landed in Seattle. So we took a rental from Seattle to Vancouver. So we did go. So while we were in Seattle, we saw the Mount Rainier, sorry. And I will insert some pictures, and it still had snow, guys. It's summer and it had snow at the top. I think the elevation is so high that, you know, it's still cold up there. We also went to Pike Place Market. And guys, I will insert some pictures of what I saw in Pike Place Market. There was a lady selling crochet, and she had so much crochet. I never see so much crochet. I don't know if she made it all herself or it's just a group of people that is making these things. But I will insert. What I'll do, I wouldn't insert the pictures on the video. I will insert the picture at the end of the video so you can see all the things that I talk about. I probably insert some at the beginning and some at the end. So I went to the Pike Place Marketplace. I saw the lady. There was so much stuff, so much fruit, so much dry flowers. I wanted to get some of the dry flowers, but I was hoping to come back, and when we were coming back from Vancouver, to stop at the market, but at the border we had a long wait, so we weren't able to stop at the market on our way back because we traveled back the same day, which was the Sunday. We came straight from Vancouver. We went to the airport, so I wasn't able to do that. But that was my second time in Seattle, and the first time I went, I didn't go to the market, so I didn't. So the flowers are very nice. I didn't get much pictures of that, but I got pictures of the lady with the crochet. I will insert it so you can see. And she had some beautiful things. And guys, anyhow, so our next place on our way to Vancouver. So when we saw the Peace Arch. So I'll insert some picture of that too. And we get to Vancouver, and what we visited Stanley Park, and I'll also insert some picture there because I'm sitting there knitting, guys. Our crafter people that craft will craft anywhere, especially when you can knit and crochet. You would sit anywhere if you could get some spare time to crochet or knit. So I was crafting at the Stanley Park right by the waterside. So I'll insert some picture for you to see. We visit, they were on, where we stayed was downtown Vancouver and Robinson Street. Rap Street. Rapson Street. There were stores stretching from one end to the other. Beautiful stores. We visit quite a few. My kids, they look up the stores they wanted to go to and so on. From the hotel, there was a museum. My daughter and my son went into the museum. Outside of the museum, there were markets, there were live shows, and there is also a place on Robinson Street, a square where people have live show. There's food trucks. It is just a busy vibe, and so on. So the next place we visit was Granville Island, and I will insert pictures of all these places. I did show you a clip of Granville Island where I visited a store. So that's it. And my new thing now, every hotel I go, I'm looking for the vintage mailbox, the big gold mailbox, and I like to take pictures of that. So I will also insert some pictures of that. So what I want to show you today, I plan wherever I go, if it's a different state, I must find a yarn store. So I did find one in Vancouver, and it was Wet Coast wool. I did buy some Island alpaca worsted weight yarn, and I knitted myself a beret. So on my vacation, I knit this beret. You probably saw this beret before, and it is the vine stitch vine beret, and this beret will be for myself. I do sell these beret, and I did walk with like 2 skeins of wool, and not wool, it's not wool, it's acrylic yarn. And this yarn is, tell you guys, if I find it, I'll show it to you. Nicole Hook Nook, the Hook Nook, I think it is called, the Hook Nook yarn. I see those stitch definition. This, I don't know, this yarn don't sell anymore. It used to sell in Joann's. I don't see it anymore. So that's my, so while I was on vacation, I made 3 of those hats, of the berets. This one is much smaller. I visited the store at first and I bought 1 ball of yarn. And this pattern, sometimes you don't pay attention much to things. And I was paying it, it's an Aran weight. Aran weight is much bigger than a worsted weight, I think, because I've been knitting this hat in worsted weight. This is a worsted weight, and I knit it according to the measurement of how many stitches and so on, and this hat came out small in the worsted weight. So I do a couple more rows of the pattern with the same worsted weight yarn, and that's how it came out much bigger. So from now on, if I'm using the worsted weight yarn, I have to put some more rows for the hat to really fit, If not, it don't fit big, And this is what I realized, that it's Aran weight, and the Aran weight is much larger than the worsted weight. So I had to hold this double. So I had to go back and buy, and this was a worsted weight yarn. So I had to go back and buy another skein just to finish it. And I held it double. And that's how I got the size. So now, from now on, when I'm making this hat, I have to either hold it double or do an extra set of pattern for this hat. So that's my make when I was on vacation. When I was on vacation, I visited the store on Granville Island, and there was, I'll insert the name of the store that I went to, and they give me all these little balls. She said, take how much you want. So it's quite a few yarns of cotton balls. So, and this little bag here, I got it for $1. So you see the green one, the red one is to close the bag, and the blue one is to open the bag. It's not like a regular drawstring bag. So I got those for $1. I also buy from that store a crochet hook and so on. So that's on Granville. When I visited the, oh, my back is giving me, excuse me guys. I visited the Wet Coast Wool. I bought that yarn, 2 balls of yarn. I also bought a crochet, some stitch markers, and this comes with 60 stitch markers. Guys, stitch marker for me is like losing your one side socks. I always losing stitch markers and crochet and darning needles. So I bought this. I paid like $10 for it, so it's like, I would say like 7 to 8 something in US dollars. So this is a good buy. And this is cocoa knits. So I got 60 of that. I also bought from there some needle stoppers. And these are some slot needle stoppers. So you put it at the end of your needle, and these are for knitting needles. I don't know if they could, I don't think yeah, it could probably fit on a crochet hook. Yeah, it's fit on a crochet hook. But it's basically for knitting. So I bought those from the store. So that's my all from that yarn store. So now let me show you what I'm working on. I'm working on a lot of things, but it is for, no, I'm working on this too. Let me show you this. And these are some, excuse me. These are some mushy knitted hats I'm working on. I bought this yarn from Joann. They had them on clearance. And I just knit up some hat on my central machine. It's not completely finished. Let me give you the specs on the yarn. The yarn that I used is a touch of alpaca, and Joann were selling this one $3.79. So I got 2. I got the pink is, let me tell you what the colorway is, blush rose. So this is the color, very nice. And the next one is jade, and this is the jade color. So I made these 2 hats. I'm preparing for my, I think I'm going to start the market back in in September. So I'm preparing for stuff. This yarn does have some alpaca in it, 10% alpaca, 90% acrylic. It's a number 4 medium. It's 207 yards, 190 meters. It called for a 5.5 hook or a 4.5 millimeter needles. So these are very soft. I will probably put pom-poms on them, or maybe not. So that's, I have a basket here. I'm going to put this down. So that's what I'm working on right now. I also worked on this, and this is my cookie cat. I bought this pattern from Etsy. I am also working right now on my deck the hall project. So I did put out a video for the 2 weeks of my deck the hall to show you what I've made. So if you want to see what I made for that, check my video out. I'm also trying to work on some, what you call it, some lovies, and I'm using Baby B Sweet Delight, and the colorway is and this is a acrylic yarn. It's Spring Melodies, and this is what the color look like. I'm using a 3mm hook. So this is the blanket I'm making, and I'm just making out the granny squares, and then I put the edging around it. So what I'm going to do right now, I have to create, and this is not a pattern, it's just a granny square, and I'm gonna come up with the head, what I want to put on the blanket. So this is one I'm working on. This one is finished. The blanket is finished. I just have to put on the little animal head, whatever I choose to put on that. And I'm working this. There's another one. I'm making this one a little more roughly. So this is what I have left. I hope it finish it. So that's what I'm working on. I also finished my project for my deck the hall for next week, Friday. This week coming up Friday. So stay tuned for that. I did get a new book. I pre-ordered this book. They said the book was supposed to come on the 6th. While I was on vacation, I got a notification from Amazon. Oh, your package is on the way. Your package was delivered. I check, I see the package delivered. I got the book. It came the 2nd. I had to let my uncle come and pick it up. So this is the book. And I start to work with from it already. I choose one pattern. And this is the pattern that I'm working on right now. So I started him last night. Sometimes you're working on one thing all the time, and then you just want to break. So I started him last night. I'm using Impeccable, and the colorway is Grass. So this is the color that I'm using. I'm using a 3mm hook, and this is what it looks like so far. It don't look like anything much, but so I'm working on one of his legs right now, guys. I'll tell you the truth. This pattern, you have to pay attention, because if you don't pay attention with all these dips and all these things. So this is this one leg that I'm working on. If you don't pay attention, I don't think the legs will come out evenly. So you have to pay attention to what you're doing. So I went to Joann's because I had 250% coupon, and I wanted some number 3 weight yarn. So when I got there, I look around to see what they have in number 3 weight yarns that I can use, because I want to make stitch keychains, and sometimes using a 4 weight yarn, the keychain come out a little too big. So what I did, I went and I bought this, and this is Mandela by Lion Brand. It's 100% acrylic. It's a number 3 weight yarn. It has 590 yards. And the colorway for this is Cupid. So this is what I bought. And I bought this in, you know, multiple colors because I could pull it out and use what I need for what I need to make for the little keychains. I also bought this. Same thing, Mandela Baby. This is a Mandela Baby. What is this? Mandela. And this is a Mandela Baby. I don't know why. But same thing, 590 yards. And this is Diagon Alley. I don't know why that is. But this is what the color is. So all these I could pull out and make little amigurumis with them. So, and I also bought this. I see people are using them to make scrunchies. And I make scrunchies for my market and it sells, you know. So I want to try this to make some scrunchie. This has some glitter in it. The colorway is Star. And it is a Lion Brand yarn. And Go for Sparkle. I have 56 yards. I pay $4.47. I mean, it makes good trim and stuff. I use a little bit for, you know, trim and so on. So the next thing I got from Joann's is this. And it's a little, what is it called? Plant, hanging plant. It was $20 and I paid $6 for it, 70% off. So I like that. I visited Michael's the other day and I bought this. It's a wooden piece of a girl's head, the head of a girl or a woman. And why I bought this, because I make headbands and I was looking for something to put my headband on too. So I bought this. What I'm going to do, I get a lot of cardboard and I will cut out, I have a lot of cardboard and I will cut out this as a template, use it as a template to make my display for my headbands. So, excuse me, I'm going to bend a bit. Let's see, this is too big. Stretch out. Yes, so I will do that and I'll come back and show you what it looks like and so on. So far I paid $2 for this, but it's better than me because there's a template and they want for sale, so I will use this and just cut it out, use it as a template to cut out multiple headband holders. So that's what I have. So this book here is the latest Zumigurumi book, and this book have lots of different pattern in danger, and it said is Zumigurumi endanger animal 15 amigurumi patterns to for threatened wildlife. So here you can see some of the animals here, and I bought this book on Amazon. I probably will do a look through with me so you can see. I like when people do look through with me, look through book review, because sometimes what I notice on Amazon, they don't show you everything that's in the book and you end up buying the book, and when you do get it, you don't like it. So I prefer to see what is inside, and then, you know, I'll know exactly if I like it or not. So guys, I hope it wasn't too much rambling and that you enjoy this video. You see something here that you are inspired to do or a great idea for you to use on your craft and so on. So I'll talk to you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Remember to be kind. See you. Bye-bye. Thank you.